All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're not just going to listen to some lyrics. Nope. We are going to deconstruct an entire universe that's been built piece by piece out of words. We're going to treat this artist's whole discography like a text, a puzzle, to really break down the incredibly complex character they've spent a lifetime creating. And this is our way in. This line right here, it's jarring, it's intense, and then it ends with this almost casual admission. Yes, I made up a word. Right off the bat, this tells you something huge. This artist doesn't care about the rules. They will literally invent language if it helps them build their world.
So that's really the big question we're asking here, right? What kind of a person, what kind of a character do you become when your main tool is bending and breaking language? To figure that out, we've got to start peeling back the layers.
And the very first layer you hit is this massive contradiction, a fundamental conflict between two completely opposite identities. And this contradiction, it's the bedrock for everything else.
I mean, the whiplash is insane. On one side, you have the goof, this playful, kind of silly, totally absurd line about a sandwich. And on the other side, the bully, just this brutally violent, graphic image. So how can both of these things exist in the same person?
See, this isn't a mistake. It's not confusion. It's absolutely deliberate. The persona is designed to be both. He's the smart, wordy nerd and the terrifying bully. He's the playful trickster and the deadly threat. And it's in that tension, right between those two extremes, that the character gets its power.
Okay, but a character this contradictory could just fall apart, right? So how does it hold up? Well, it stands on two incredibly strong pillars that make it believable. Pure, undeniable skill and a whole lot of time. Longevity. And that longevity is just stamped all over the music. The lyrics are littered with these timestamps. 17 years of hustle hard. Shoutouts to 93, back to 88. This isn't some new guy. This persona is a veteran, a 90s nigga, who tells you flat out that he has the experience. That history makes the whole character feel earned, you know? It feels real.
So that's one pillar, time. The second one? Just raw, undeniable skill. And to really get that, we have to talk about the artist's lexicon, which is basically just the entire arsenal of words they have at their command. And what's wild is he's not even hiding it. He tells you exactly what he's doing right here. He's flexing lexicon. And look at that comparison, like tectonic theory. He's not just rapping, he's framing his skill as a force of nature, something scientific and powerful enough to literally shift the ground under your feet. Its skill is a superpower.
So if you've got this insane skill with words, this superpower, what do you do with it? Well, in this lyrical universe, you turn it into a weapon. An entire arsenal, really.
First weapon, the chop. This is all about deconstruction. It's about taking your rivals apart lyrically, piece by piece, right there on the track.
Then you have the purge. Remember that opening line? This is about cleansing. It's about removing anything weak from the genre just by being so lyrically dominant.
And finally, the end game, eradicate. This is way beyond just winning a battle. This is total lyrical annihilation, wiping the competition completely off the map.
But here's the key, and this is super important. This violence is almost entirely a metaphor. These aren't literal threats. They are really aggressive, really forceful declarations of artistic dominance. It's about being smarter, faster, and better than everyone else in the game. But it doesn't just stop there. It doesn't stop at being the king of the battlefield. The persona keeps evolving, and it ascends into something else, something way more esoteric and powerful. This is the final form, the mystic.
And man, you hear the change in the language right away. We've moved on from street-level threats. Now we're talking about hieroglyphic logic and serpent sigils. This is the language of secrets, of ancient knowledge. The persona isn't just a rapper anymore. Now he's like an initiate into some hidden order of power.
And this isn't just some vague idea either. It's a formula, a clear 3-step plan he lays out right in the music. Step 1, learn to see the hidden symbols all around you. Step 2, figure out what they mean, read the code. And step 3, use that secret knowledge to achieve total control. And there it is. That's the whole journey, right? You see the character's entire arc, from the hustle hard on the street corner, all the way up to this metaphysical, almost godlike ambition to control the entire planet by understanding its secret source code. So, okay, We've peeled back all these layers: the goof, the bully, the veteran, the mystic. What are we actually looking at when we put it all back together? What we're left with is a complete, self-contained universe. And here's the thing. The biggest takeaway here is that his greatest work of art isn't just one song or one album. It's the character itself. All those pieces, the goof, the bully, the veteran, the mystic, they all click together to form this single, complex, and incredibly consistent persona. That character, that is the legacy.
Which leaves me with one last thing for you to think about. When a character is this detailed, this consistent, and it's been built over a lifetime, where does the performance stop and the person begin? Are we just analyzing a piece of art, or are we actually looking through a very carefully built window into the artist himself? And you know what? That ambiguity, that might be the most brilliant part of it all.